What's up, everyone? My name is Anthony Burgess, and this is Grace Relations, your weekly dose of encouragement to help you grow in the area of all things relationship. Today's topic is vulnerability. When it comes to vulnerability, I like to say that it is one of the key components to a healthy, thriving relationship. It is to a relationship what water is to our bodies. You can't expect to go further without it. You can't go deeper or have more fulfilling relationships without vulnerability. It's just like impossible. And I'd even go as far to say that it is one of the pillars to trust. It's kind of hard to trust somebody that you can't be your true self with, or that won't be them true selves with you. And that's what we're talking about when I say vulnerability, when I say being your true self, is being like just that raw, naked you, the one that you probably would scare someone away if they saw. That's that vulnerability that we're talking about. Or even, like I said, the weak you, the one, a lot of times for guys is we don't want to look weak in front of our significant other, but it's like coming to that place and demystifying that is a part of vulnerability. So that's what I'm talking about when I say vulnerability. I've seen where when there's a lack of vulnerability, there's just this empty space there, man. It's like it creates just this plethora of false happenings, man, where it's just very surface level nonsense, really. And I've been in a lot of those relationships, so I'm speaking from the experience of, I'm not just saying this. But it just makes it harder to relate with somebody. And when you got all these walls up, you're either boxing someone in or you're boxing yourself out. And that creates a culture in your relationship of just mistrust. Like you said, you can't go deeper in a relationship because you can't show your true self to somebody. So on one side, you can't show your true self. On the other side, you're not willing to receive someone's true self. And you see that indecisiveness coming and creeping into your relationships because you don't know this person for real. Vulnerability causes you to know someone for real. And then you have to make a determination after that. But ultimately, that's what you're creating with vulnerability, that space to be real. So one of the other things that I think with the walls and how society views vulnerability as weakness is one of the reasons why we kind of fall in line with that thought process and are afraid to share our weaknesses. I feel like the microwave mentality of things, because we can have things so quick and so easily, that we don't want to bear the weaknesses of others because, oh, you're not doing it for me, on to the next, you know what I'm saying? And that's what happens in a lot of people's lives too. They jump from relationship to relationship to relationship, friendship to friendship to friendship, or you don't have any friends. You just say, forget it all together. And like I said, if you choose to live your life that way, that's fine. But ultimately, I think most people want to be in a relationship, or they want to be with, who God has for their lives. And I think the key to that is being sincere, and allowing another person's vulnerability and sincerity to be given to you as well. It's a gamble. Being vulnerable is a gamble, but I think that it's worth it. The last thing that I want to say is that to get in that mindset of wanting to be vulnerable, I think coming to God in that same manner is a way to do that. You know what I'm saying? To get in that space so that you can be that way with people. I've seen in my own relationship where, you know, I'm the most vulnerable that I've ever been in any relationship that I've ever been in with my current relationship. And I feel like it's because of my relationship with God that I'm willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm willing to create that space because it's like, man, how can I judge you, or how can I be so proud within myself to hold back if God doesn't do that with me? Like, God isn't sitting and pointing his finger at me. I can come boldly to his throne of grace. So why not create that same culture within my own relationships, with my relationships with people? So I just allow the grace of God to really set the precedent for my relationships and for my relationship, or my romantic relationship as well. Because life is too short, man. I say all that to say, be vulnerable, y'all. Open your heart up to being vulnerable. Not just in your relationship, with God too. And that kind of sets the precedent anyways for the rest of your relationships, but especially within your relationship, yo. Like, the application of this stuff, I can tell you, man, I am having the time of my life in my relationship because I've applied allowing her and allowing myself to be vulnerable. It creates a whole lot of freedom and peace, and joy and acceptance. Acceptance is what every human being is looking for, honestly. And why not be that acceptance for your significant other? That's all I gotta say. So I love y'all, man. Be encouraged. Keep on pushing forward. And I'll be talking to you real soon. All right.